So what's up, everyone? Welcome to the fifth and final part of drawing these Blackest US cities to celebrate Black History Month. So in this video, we're gonna draw New Orleans, Louisiana. I don't know if I've drawn this city before. I feel like I have. When I was a fifth grader, back in like 2010 and 2011. I was 10 years old at the time. Maybe I haven't. If I did draw this city before, but that was a long time ago, and I don't remember that well because it's been ages since I last drew the city. And yeah, I'm excited as always. I don't know how long this drawing will take us to complete. Maybe 2 hours. Well, who cares about time at this point? What matters most now is finishing up with these Blackest US cities to celebrate this period. The period is obviously over. Right now, it's Women's History Month, and I don't know if I'm gonna actually celebrate that period for a YouTube channel. I don't know if I'll draw a female celebrity. Really don't know. But I said that I need to draw more humans and more cityscapes, landscapes, etc., etc. Maybe I'll just draw a normal female celebrity, maybe a female singer or rapper. That is to be decided. I mean, there's plenty of time to think about that. It's only early March. We get like 3 to 4 more weeks, and we're gonna finish the celebration of Black History Month late. So without any further ado, before we start drawing, I got one serious question.
You like jazz?
I pretty much like jazz. I don't listen to it every day, but there's multiple music genres that I listen to. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and start drawing. I did mention about the jazz genre. New Orleans is known for that. It's known for its jazz music. It's been going on for... I think jazz has been really popular ever since the early 20th century in the US. I don't know if it's popular in other countries outside of the US, but I know the US for sure, and like in the South specifically. Louisiana is one of those states that is popular for its jazz music. I think like since the 1910s or 20s, maybe between that period before the Great Depression just destroyed, just effed up everything. Rough time, by the way. But the Roaring 20s was really something. And we're in the 2020s, but the 1920s was completely different than this 20s, the 2020s. But let's not talk about the 2020s. Let's talk more about the Big Easy, the Crescent City. There's another nickname. It rhymes with cola for New Orleans. NOLA, which is N-O-L-A. Yeah, New Orleans has some really good nicknames, like what I just mentioned. And there's, I think New Orleans is also known for its, like, French culture. I think it has 2 languages, which is obviously English and French. And I guess it makes sense for French to be, like, the secondary language for that city, because I believe it was founded by the French. And New Orleans was part of the Louisiana Purchase, which America was like, F it, I'm gonna go ahead and buy this area from the French, and we're gonna end up doubling the size of the US. And the US at this time was still growing. It wasn't really a big country yet. They still had a long way of creating new states and all that stuff. And yeah, it was kind of a short history. This might be debatable. We still have kind of a short history. We're not really that old of a country. This country is old, but not too old. I don't know, it's just my silly opinion. Maybe a silly, unpopular opinion. I don't know. Regardless, again, New Orleans has some really popular, really good places that I've never been to, like Bourbon Street, where you'll find a lot of big shops, maybe museums and like festivals and all that stuff. That has to like do with voodoo and like the spooky spirits and all that crap, and like the French-based places or restaurants and. Again, museums. I know I had mentioned museums already, but I feel like saying it again just to, I don't know, create a reminder. I had to make a quick excuse, alright? Alright, guys, I'm sorry. There's also some sports teams, major sports teams like the New Orleans Saints, the New Orleans Pelicans. There's New Orleans doesn't get a major baseball team or a soccer team. Only two major sports teams for the NBA and for the NFL. New Orleans is also home to a couple WrestleManias. WrestleMania 30, where The Undertaker's undefeated streak came to an end, and it completely shocked the wrestling world. WrestleMania 34, and a couple other wrestling events and non-wrestling events that I'm too lazy to think about. It's also home to the St. Louis Cathedral, which I think is really beautiful, fancy looking, and it kind of has that French feel. I don't know how else to describe this cathedral. And I've been noticing that there's certain areas of the U.S. that involves the word new. New Orleans, I'm guessing it came from Orleans, France, which is a French city. New England, which came from England. New York, which came from York, England. New Netherlands, New Spain, New France, New Sweden, New Mexico. Just so many places that has the word new at the beginning, right off the bat. New Orleans definitely got some fun places for you to visit, and for me to visit one day. I don't know if I'll actually visit New Orleans one day. I probably won't get a chance, which it sucks. I mean, there's too many cities, too many places around the world. It's really hard to choose which ones to stick with and to put into your bucket list. But what's not fun about New Orleans is that it has so many homicides. It's one of the few major cities to have just numerous homicides. Like, it's America, so yeah, it's unsurprising how America is behaving. We just love guns as Americans. Americans just love firearms. And doing these drawings of the Blackest U.S. cities have been really fun, really relaxing, but also a bit tiring. And I can't wait to do this again. Probably for the month of July, I'll draw 5 whitest U.S. cities. This might be controversial to do so. Why? Because the 4th of July was when America was born, and America was obviously founded by a bunch of white people, the white founding fathers, so it's just my idea. We drew some Asian American cities to support Asian Lives Matter movement. We drew some Native American capitals to celebrate Native American Heritage Month, and for Hispanic Heritage Month, we chose to draw some Hispanic U.S. cities, but for this, the Blackest U.S. cities, we chose to draw these 5 cities to celebrate Black Lives Matter movement, and for the next one, we're going to draw 5 whitest U.S. cities to support the birth month of America, or the U.S., so stay tuned, it's only 4 months away. Feel free to subscribe to this channel. Feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Oh, and also, feel free to follow my Facebook page. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your time.